Hey, so check it out, man. I'm gonna tell you all about United Blood Nation, UBN. We gonna get down to the bottom of this shit, man. I put out a video on YouTube that has tens of thousands of views. It had been up to 20,000. Actually, I have a few of them, man. I peeped one of them the other day, and it was up to like 75,000 views and shit. You know what I'm saying? Two different videos. One of them I talk about intelligence. That is the tradecraft of intelligence. And the other video, man, I talk about United Blood Nation, man, when I was like getting warmed up on YouTube, social media and whatnot. So United Blood Nation, man. United Blood Nation, man, according to Vice TV and other sources, a lot of people, man, in the world seem to believe that United Blood Nation started on the East Coast. It did not start on the East Coast, man. United Blood Nation was not created by OG Mac. It was not. It just fucking was not, period. Now, I know a lot of people want to jump to conclusions and shit and be like, Grove, you're tripping. I am Grove. That is Once Grove of 495L4. And this is Casting 495 Celebrities Worldwide. Thank you for tuning in. If you're a true fan, not a fucking unreal fan. If you're a real fan, man, bona fide, certified, man, then we 495 L4 most certainly appreciate you, man, as a whole. So look, United Blood Nation, man, you be in or you be out. If you are an investigator, if you're third party investigator, in other words, you're not government and you're just private sector, man, you go to Washington State, Puget Sound, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Pacific Northwest, Puget Sound. If you go to Vancouver, British Columbia, if you go to Saskatchewan, Alberta, if you go up north, man, to the Northwest, and you start to talk to people, man, and you do an investigation. If you talk to the FBI, you talk to local fucking police, if you talk to the feds, if you talk to the locals, if you talk to anybody, man, up there, they're going to tell you, man, that United Blood Nation has been around since before 1993. And I know because I've been a member of UBN, United Blood Nation. Okay? Let's just set the record straight. I don't have any issues with T. Rogers. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? T. Rogers, shout out to T. Rogers. Shout out to New York Bloods, NYBs. Shout outs to niggas from 9 Trey that ain't snitching. Shout outs to niggas from New York, man, that ain't 9 Treys, that are just Bloods. You know what I'm saying? So let's take it back in time for a minute. Let me explain the discrepancy to y'all and the little controversy that's been kicking around for a minute. When I say a minute, we talking about like a couple of decades and whatnot. United Blood Nation, what does it mean? Well, I'm not going to get into other organizations and define or describe or characterize what they are, who they are. But if you look at Chicago as a whole, and you look at the different organizations, crime families, mobs, cartels, and so on and so forth, gangs, if you want to call them that, man, that originated from Chicago, they were nations. They're classified, categorized as nations. Now, some people don't know what a nation is. They don't know what defines a nation, what it means to be part of a nation. There is an actual definition for nation. And if you look at the United Nations and what a nation means, it's very clear that you have your geographic territory, you have your language that's distinct, you have your symbols, your artifacts, your relics, your history, your written information, the people or folks that are part of that, the human beings that comprise and constitute that. You have your land area, your buildings, you have your events that took place, you have your codes of conduct, rules of regulation, your bylaws, and so on and so forth, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So that constitutes a nation, just like the United States becoming a nation, becoming incorporated with the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence and these wars that took place, and war of this time era period, war of attrition, and, American, Revolutionary War and the Civil War and U.S.-Mexico War, whatever, right? So you have nations. They exist. Yes, some people in different on different continents, like in Africa. They're out in the middle of the desert, right? And they have a flagpole, and there's a flag, and then you have a group. It might be one person, two people, or beyond two people, and they're claiming that they're a nation, a new nation, and they want official sanctioned status, right? So within continental North America, you have groups that they seek to become nations as well, and that they have become nations, and they say that they're a nation, whether they're registered, categorized, classified, identified as, this type of entity with the United Nations and or with any other organization that observes, that regulates, that sees, that says, that states, that writes off on in some type of codified legal format in terms of international recognition. Boom, you're a fucking nation, right? So Chicago, again, has its own set of nations. After Chicago, with its gangs, its mobs, its families, its organizations, like, for example, whomever, okay, I'm not going to get into it. You then had some offshoots, and not just offshoots, but you had organizations that said, look, okay, there are these organizations that exist. We're going to start our own organizations, maybe offshoots, maybe something totally, completely different, separate from that of what you know or maybe don't know. But they said, look, we're a new nation, and we're going to do our thing our way. Bloods, in terms of Bloods and Crips, are from California. All right, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it within the context of keeping it simple. Bloods is a gang that originated from the state of California. Bloods were originally Crips. For people who don't know lit, when I say lit, L-I-T, I'm talking about literature, gang history, nation history, American, international, otherwise, okay? Some people may say a gang, depending on its structure, its hierarchy, however it is organized, it might just be a club, it might just be a group, it might be a clique, it might be this, it might be that, right? The Bloods gang started in California. There are many different types of Bloods gangs and many different types of blood sets, like a subset of these gangs, right? So Bloods started nowhere other than the state of California, period. Bloods are a derivative of Crips, because at some point it was like everything was mostly Crip. It was Crip. It was Crip crazy. People were Cripping. The gang was Crips. You had Crips. And then at some point someone said, yo, man, we've been Crips for so long. Let's become non-Crips. Let's just go non-Crip, renegade, and start our own thing. Well, what are we going to call ourselves? Well, they're blue. Let's be red. Okay, well, what do Reds call themselves, ourselves? Red? Bloods. We'll be Bloods. So we became Bloods. So, check it out, man. So I'm a U.S. intelligence contractor. I'm an adult. I'm a grown-ass man in a grown man's body. And I come from a gang, and that's the reality of it. I grew up on the West Coast, north of California, where gangs had migrated outward, and I became successful in arts and entertainment media as a CEO, executive producer. I'm an old ass dude, you know what I'm saying? I feel old as shit. I am old as shit. And I'm not in my 30s. I'm in my 40s. I'm close to 50. Not really close to 50, but shit, close enough. So the point is this, man. I spent decades in the gang culture. Now, keep in mind, Bloods are from where the fuck I'm from. I've lived in California. I've lived in Northern California. I was initiated into a gang. None of what I'm about to tell you glorifies anything. And so whatever you may have heard, whatever you might fucking think, whatever you might believe, I know the truth, and I'm going to tell you the fucking truth, okay? I'm not going to say to you, fuck gangs. I'm not going to say to you, like, fuck the government. I'm not going to say to you, I'm not going to say any of those things. What I'm going to tell you is this. I'm a low-key dude. I'm hella low-key. That is incognito. I'm not here to prop up gangs for any type of criminal conspiracy or enterprise. No. I've been on both sides of the law. All right? So I understand the gang phenomenon, and I understand law enforcement, and I understand crime and punishment, and I understand what it means to be a child. I understand what it means to be a teenager. I understand what it means to be a young adult and an adult. I'm an adult. All right? So look, the reason why my videos have gotten tens of thousands of views is because I elucidate, that is, being someone who was in a gang, was not in a gang, was a grade student, joined a gang. I never really left the gang, to be honest, man. Like, I've never been blessed out of a gang. Like, I'm still actually technically part of a gang. Am I involved in crime? No, I don't have to be, man. I'm a triple OG, man. I'm Bloods, like, straight up. My dad, who was in the Vietnam War. In the Vietnam War, black African-American men refer to themselves as Bloods. What up, Blood? How you doing, Blood? What's up, young Blood? What's going down, Blood? So the term Blood and Bloods predates the whole gang phenomenon in some respect. Feel me? All right. So then, at some point, keep in mind, as I said, that you had one gang. In terms of black African-American gangs in California, they were the Crips. And they ran shit. Everybody was a fucking Crip. Goddamn fucking Crip. Okay? Pretty much. It was all blue, 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 blue. Even the Pyru boys. Pyru boys. Alright? So then, people, folks, that is human beings, they were like, yo, what's going on with this whole phenomenon, man? We got wise, man. Like, we become wise. Like we've wisened up. Like everything is Crip, cuz. Like, what's up, cuz? Blue, blue, blue. Like, this is weird. Like, why isn't there any alternative? You know what I'm saying? So cats was like, they said, all right, look, this shit is out of control. We gonna do something different, and we gonna become non-Crip. So at first they were non-Crip. Just basically like, we ain't with all this blue everywhere shit. This is real shit, man. I'm an expert in my field. I already know gang lit. I've already been on both sides. So what I'm telling you is actual factual. Fact check it. Do what you will. Cross-examine, cross-reference, do the data link analysis. I'm one Sir Grow. I'm not here to set trip. I'm not here to offend anyone. This shit is just purely fucking knowledge. Alright? So, this group, they were like, yo, we're outnumbered. What can we do is different than what these other niggas is doing. So when they formed the non-Crip phenomenon, because that's what it then became, they were like, what are we? If you go back and watch documentaries and movies and see TV in America, you can see niggas with afros, afro pics and shit. They got tube socks. Now I'm from the 70s. I'm in my 40s. I'm in my 40s. You can see niggas rocking tube socks that are blue, red, white, and blue. So blue, red, and white. They got red, white, and blue tube socks. That's the colors of the American flag. And they're talking about like, what up, blood? What up, cuz? What up, cuz? What up, blood? And they're rocking red, white, and blue. Because there was that period of time, that interval, when cats were non-Crip, but they didn't know what they were going to be beyond that. So later they were just like, all right, they're blue, we'll be red. What is red? Shit, it's blood. All right? So that's where blood comes from. That's real shit. Now, in terms of Bloods and Crips, Raymond Washington, Tukey and Jamel, you can Google that information and you could look at how all of that information, that whole origin, the whole nexus, and that whole history materialized and emerged. Don't take my fucking word for it. I know what the fuck I'm talking about because I grew up on the West Coast. And also understand this. United Blood Nation was not formed at Rikers Island. It wasn't. It just fucking wasn't. Now, I know a lot of people are butthurt. They're having some anal issues right now. They're brittle. They're like, fuck you, Grove. You're an asshole. How dare you, nigga? You're fucking tripping. I'm not tripping, nigga. I'm from the West Coast where blood started. And I know the secrets of the goddamn fucking temple. Okay? Since y'all niggas with 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods and all these other sets like Brims and shit, okay? Bounty Hunters, Lime Hood, Cedars, this and that, Pyrus. Y'all motherfuckers want to talk about this and that. I'm gonna set the record fucking straight. Don't fuck with me, man. Don't talk shit. Don't try to make it seem like it's some shit that it's not. Okay? There are people who represent, there are folks who represent different neighborhoods and different sections, different factions, different cliques, different sets, different groups, different organizations, who they don't, all of them, want to necessarily commit crimes. And that was me. Growing up, I didn't want to commit fucking crimes, man. I really didn't, man. I'm from a Judeo-Christian family. Look, man, I was sneaky. I used to break into shit when I was a kid all the time. I was a little ninja. I studied ninja shit, man. I used to like to use my gymnastic abilities to break into shit, man, because I was limber. And I was short, and I was lean, and I was very athletic. And my parents were military. My dad had been in the Vietnam War. I used to be able to do parkour and all kinds of ninjistic shit. Man, I was a ninja, bro. Like, y'all don't even know. Like, Snow Billy talks about how he was. Snow Billy, like, tells niggas, he's like, yo, whatever y'all niggas think about me, I used to actually, truly, just so y'all motherfuckers know, you see those, you see those tattoos? I'm talking about Snow Billy from 9 Trey originally. You see my tattoos? This is what Snow Billy says. You see this shit right here? Right? What do you think I was doing? What was I doing? Huh? Yeah. What is it? What is Snow Billy Dominican? I don't know. You know, but what I do know is that hockey, he talks about he comes from a background playing hockey. So check this out. Here's what I'm saying. You know, it's like if you watch the G-Funk video on YouTube Red, right? Any hood you go to, you're going to have cats that are really fucking smart. Some of them in between and some of them not so smart. Snow Billy talks about how he played hockey, and those are hockey sticks, man, on his neck. Okay? So keep in mind what I'm saying. Where I come from, my parents were in the military, and I grew up around a lineage of women and men who had been in the U.S. military. Like Snow Billy says, that he grew up playing hockey. It doesn't matter the most destitute hood, the most fucked up place on earth, you got niggas that are intelligent. All right? Snow Billy, according to his intel, he was a hockey player, and he'll hockey you the fuck up. I know people talk shit about Snow Billy, but I'm gonna set the record straight. I actually like Snow Billy. I actually like him. Just like I like Tekashi69. I don't run with the crowd, man. You know why? Because I know better. The song 9393 is called 9-3 by Tekashi. You motherfuckers who don't understand, who don't know, you think Tekashi69 was a sucker. You think he was a bitch. Y'all motherfuckers is stupid, man. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. Y'all niggas is highly misinformed. You know, niggas say shit about me. They say shit about all kinds of motherfuckers. They say shit about Snow Billy. They say shit about Tekashi69. Listen. I could have easily been in the U.S. military. Tekashi, Snow Billy, they could have been in the military. Some niggas, man, for whatever reason, they don't want to join. The song 9-3 by Tekashi is my favorite fucking song of all time in terms of Treyway music. You know why? Because it tells you straight up, if you can decode from an urban music standpoint what Tekashi's talking about in 9-3, he got two faces. He got the face where he's jumping around and he might be, you know, attacked by someone and it looks like a fight and it looked like he can't defend himself and he got other motherfuckers defending him. Look, when I was a youth, I used to fight all the time. I'm not a big fighter, but I had some triple OGs above me. Anytime I tried to get into a street fight, they'd be there to defend me out of love. Okay? My homeboy Aaron, y'all don't know. My homeboy Aaron is one of the fucking most ruthless fighters on the planet, man. You talk about street fights. You talk about these movies like Steven Seagal. You talk about this shit like Jason Bourne, bro. Come on, bro. My homeboy Aaron, man, we fought white supremacists, bro. We fought police, bro. We fought other gangs, bro. And my homeboy Aaron, out of love, even though I'm not a weak dude, I'm not weak. Shit. My dad, man, he's a martial artist. I'm not a big Billy badass. I ain't some fucking super tough dude. I'm a regular dude. I'm medium sized. My dad, man, he's a Dan. Martial arts. This is my dad. He thought he was taller than me and shit, but when I got to Chicago, I showed him, man. I stood next to him, man, and he realized it because he kept talking shit. You know I'm taller than you. And I was like, oh, man, listen, you ain't taller than me. Quit tripping. When I got to Chicago, I stood next to him, and he realized he wasn't as tall as I am. But the point is, my dad's dangerous, man. He was in the Vietnam War. He used to jump out of helicopters and shit for a living, military police, military investigations. And he was in the Vietnam War. And he was stationed in Germany, South Korea, Panama, all kinds of different countries and shit. The point is, he like Wesley Snipes' fucking size and height. So, he ain't that tall. I'm actually taller than my dad. The point is, though I'm slightly taller than my dad, the point is, man, is when you see Tekashi69, man, and he ain't trying to fight them dudes, I had dudes who were taller than me, bigger than me, and they would just be like, Grove, man, fuck this shit, man. These niggas started this shit. Let us handle it. I'd be like, nah, let me get in. Or they'd be like, nah. And they would handle this shit. Triple OG ass niggas, man. Shout out to my nigga Aaron. Aaron, my homie. Shout out to my nigga Aaron and his brother Alex. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron, one of the fucking realest dudes, man, on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my nigga Scoot with the fucking strap. Shout outs to my nigga Big D. Darren with the strap. Shout outs to my nigga Arndog, the white boy who live in Oklahoma, who from 151 Riverside neighborhood with the AK and all kinds of straps. Shout outs to my nigga Lloyd, who gave me a 380 on GP that I gave to the big homie Solo. Now check this out. Here's the point. I don't embellish the gang shit. I was United Blood Nation a long time ago before OG Mac somehow, some way got sanctioned. All right? I ain't snitching. I don't snitch. I'm just telling reality. You know who put me on? I'm going to tell you all who put me on. The Samoans, they put me on. Yeah, they put me on. Shout outs to my Samoan homies, man. You don't want to fuck with no Samoans. You don't. My Samoan homies, they've done time for murder, for death and kill. I'm not embellishing anything. I'm just letting y'all know. I played a lot of sports. And I used to fuck with some blue flaggers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the Samoans that said, Grow, why you fucking with them blue flaggers? I said, man, I ain't Crip. They said, we know you ain't Crip, dog. They said, we know. We know, nigga, you DIE, deep in Everett. 495, homie. We know that. Why don't you come over to the red side? I was like, I don't know, bro. I've been fucking with these Crips. They said, but you ain't really Crip, though. But you ain't been initiated. We know. We got our eyes and surveillance to the streets, G. We know you ain't fucking Crippin', nigga. We know you ain't officially Crip. You played sports with us. You was a track star. You did gymnastics for like 14 years. We know your family, where you live, where you lay, where you stay at, where you lay your head. Come on, nigga. Check game, man. Sons of Samoa. Nigga, Mad Dog Pack. Nigga, you be in or you be out. You not a blood nation. So a lot of my homeboys who were in the same situation as me, they used to rock a little blue. They flipped. And they had red flags one day. And they said, Grove, you be in or you be out. So I'm like, damn, dog. I'm from the Riverside neighborhood. I'm from the 151. I was never Crip, just like Tekashi was never Crip. I'm from Deuce-Trey. I ain't from Nine-Trey. I'm from Deuce-Trey. Shout outs to my homeboy, late homeboy, you know what I'm saying, passed away, R.I.P., Kevin Burns, a.k.a. Little Man. So they said, bro, look, bro, you grew up in the Riverside. You've been out here. You've been deep in Everett, 495. We know your whole history, homie. You played sports with niggas. You grew up playing badminton, basketball, football, t-ball, baseball, fucking this, that, swimming and shit. Nigga, we know you. We know your whole family. We know everything about you, bro. So what's up, man? Why you fucking with some blue shit? Look at your homeboys from the Riverside. They all read it up. They's all read it up. The nigga Solo, he had a CK. He'd shake your hand and shit. Like this. Boom. Boom. Be CK. You'd be like, damn, this nigga just shook my hand with the Crip killer shit. Now, keep in mind, what y'all don't know is that I have a twin brother. Yeah, I got a twin brother. They say everybody got a twin. Everybody got a doppelganger. I got a twin brother. He ain't my real twin brother, but he's a twin. And they also say you don't always meet your twin, but I met my twin. My twin is a Crip who then became a foe. He GD. He gangster disciple. Alright? So look, we met each other over some time. People kept talking about you look like such and such. And we was like, wait a sec, what? My homeboys have an armistice. We have a pact with the dude that is my splitting image and vice versa. In some states, man, GD's folk, they don't get along with Bloods. In some places, they do. And I'm going to be straight up. I'm talking about the Pacific Northwest. I'm talking about Washington State. Shit's different. Little towns, small towns. You know, niggas is right next to each other. Man, I ain't going to bang on you, dog. I ain't gonna bang on you. These niggas ain't gonna bang on me. So here's the point, man. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, man. I'm from the West Coast where blood started. Now, Rogers and Red Rum. Okay, Red Rum. 187. T. Rogers and Red Rum from Banging on Wax. Banging on Wax, Red Rum, right? You can say whatever you want to fucking say. Keep in mind, man. Keep in mind, I grew up on the West Coast around Bloods and Crips, Crips and Bloods. I'm a Blood. Don't ever get shit twisted. I'm a Blood. I was initiated in the Blood. I wasn't sucker punched in the studio like, you know, fucking Snow Billy from Nine Trey Gangsta Bloods, you know, who lived in Little Rock and shit. I like Snow Billy. He tells a story about how Tekashi got initiated and how Tekashi's part of United Blood Nation, which is the same nation that I'm part of, a member of. All right? Some of y'all niggas, man, look, I don't need to clout chase because, man, I was rapping before fucking Tekashi69. I was rapping before 50 Cent. I like 50. I like Curtis Jackson. I like niggas out here on the East Coast where I am. I'm in New York. Point is this. I'm not here to embellish anything, man. I'm just here to let y'all know. OG Mac, man, did not start United Blood Nation. That's false data. Wherever you see that ain't fucking for real. It's not. It's not. And he's in the Supermax. And Snow Billy and other people say that he's a snitch and he ratted out and he did some fed shit. Now, you might be like, well, if he ratted and he was a snitch, then why is he Supermax to life? And this, I don't know. Shit, nigga, that ain't me. And I don't throw up fives, nigga. I'm not Vice Lord. When you throw up five, that means that you're part of People's Nation. That means that you're under the five. Now, when I was in Chicago, niggas gave me a pass. They said, you ride up here with Black P. Stones, the Rangers, El Rukin, and, you know what I'm saying, Bloods is part of the fives. I said, okay, all right, recognized, understood, affirmed, got it, copy, as Jack Frost might say. Thing is, though, man, I had CDs from AON and Records. They got 6-point stars on them because I'm Judeo-Christian, man. I'm from fucking Judeo-Christianity land where I'm Judeo-Christian. You know, Rick Ross got into trouble, man, because he was talking about Larry Hoover and he said he feels like he's Larry Hoover. Look, I got friends who are folks, who are GDs, okay? But I would never claim, you know what I'm saying? Look, I like Rick Ross. Rick Ross, according to some GDs and folks, Folk Nation, they say he crossed the line. He said he's feeling like he's Larry Hoover. Okay, well, whatever. That's their beef with him. GDs, gangster disciples, and folks traditionally bang against Bloods. They call us Slavs. That's interesting. But in the Pacific Northwest, Bloods and folks live right next to each other in neighborhoods and they're allies. And you cannot refute that. It's irrefutable. Incontrovertible. A lot of my homeboys from the Pacific Northwest, man, they throw up the 6. The GDs, they throw up the pitchforks. They do the star, that's the 6. And they don't bang against us. We're Bloods. They don't fucking bang against us in the Pacific Northwest. Fuck no, they don't. Fuck no, they don't. You know why? Because they're our friends and allies in our fucking family. La Familia, our homies. Now my GD and my folk, I'm not. I'm Bloods. I'm Pyru, actually, technically speaking. And this is real. Niggas who understand and they comprehendo. Shit. They fucking get this shit. Now, if Larry Hoover were out, he might disagree. Shout outs to Larry Hoover. And I threw up some L's, man, for Larry. You know, because I think he got a bad rap. And I think it's a trip, man. The whole Judeo-Christian, you know what I'm saying, GD folk, you know what I'm saying, thing in terms of the history of Chicago. Look, man, I have brothers who live in Chicago. I used to live in Chicago. And I used to live on the west. Hold up. I didn't live on the west side. I used to be out west on the west side of Chicago. I used to live downtown. That's up north in Chicago. I used to go to Vice Lord territory on a daily fucking basis. They knew I was a Blood from the West Coast. They also knew that I had CDs that had a 6-point star. Some places they didn't want to play the raps. Some places they didn't give a fuck. All right. When you look at GDs and folks, man, some niggas, they were born in neighborhoods, and because of being born in those neighborhoods, by association, they're GDs and folks. Same shit as Bloods and Crips out west. On the other hand, whereas I was initiated into Bloods, I'm an initiated Bloods gang member. It doesn't matter that I'm U.S. Intel. I don't have to disavow anything. Just like, man, if you ride on a biker gang set, you know what I'm saying? You might still be U.S. Intel, Air Force, Marines, Army, Navy, this, and that. I never play along with the bullshit. If I ever have to go back to my gang set, my hood, shit. I'm not going to be like, I'm not Bloods. I'm always Bloods. Listen, I never wanted to be a gang member. Niggas where I come from, they know. They're like, Grove never wanted to be gang. He never wanted to be gang. He never wanted to be part of some organized crime shit. Niggas know that. They know that. I sold crack only after the economy fucking fell out. I sold crack, I sold cocaine, I sold fucking heroin, I sold guns. It ain't even a secret, and I'm not even trying to hide it from anybody. I'm gonna be real with y'all niggas. My neighborhood sold kilos. Yeah, we sold kilos. But I ain't on no Rico shit. And you know why I'm not on any kind of Rico shit? Because I know it was wrong, and I ain't doing it now, and I'm not flamboyant about it, and I'm not propping it up or boosting it up. Nigga, we did it when America's economy fucking failed us. Don't fuck with us. We are the United States of America. I don't want to go back to selling kilos of fucking dope. I don't. I don't give a fuck about the FBI. I'm not scared. Y'all niggas know I'm Grove. So y'all, yeah, I sold kilograms of fucking coke. If I run for U.S. president, I'll be like, yeah, I sold kilos. My neighborhood sold kilos. I don't even give a shit. Obama, he's an anti-American, anti-Christian. He's a fucking fake-ass punk. Him and Jeremiah, right? I'm a real dude. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Yeah, we sold kilos. So what? What? Your Christian group, you ain't cool with that? You ain't cool with the medicinal? Check it out. Cocaine used to be legal in America. Then it was outlawed. Alcohol was illegal during Prohibition. Okay? Put yourself in my shoes or not. I sold kilos of fucking cocaine. I'm not on no Rico shit. There were 2.5 decades after I sold kilos with my neighborhood where we didn't make any fucking money. And I could always just be like, yo, this is just a made up story just to boost up my motherfucking persona as One Sir Grove. There's no proof I sold kilos. I might just be lying. Nigga, I actually might just be lying. But check gang, we sold kilos. Wish we never had to, but we did for survival. We're survivors. You try to collapse an economy in America, man, and you have kids like me, like us, on the streets. We're not gonna die. We're gonna multiply, like Ice-T talked about. We're gonna figure out a way to keep it fucking bracking, and that's what we did. And also we weren't like Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood. I didn't fly in the Coca, man, the Chiba. I didn't fly it in. I wasn't flying it in. Shit, the fucking federal government was, bitch. Huh? Whatever agencies. I don't know. Did I get rich off of it? Nah, not really. Was getting rich in the 1990s off selling some kilos. Did I have money to go and get another re-up? All day. Every fucking day. But yo, check this out. After that shit, when the drought hit, you already know, it wasn't the same shit. So yeah, man, I mean, you know, truth be told, man, the reality of it is this. I ain't on no RICO shit. I ain't gonna be charged with any kind of RICO shit. 495L4 will never be charged with any kind of RICO shit. There's no proof. There's no evidence. I could just be making this shit up. And it doesn't matter because our own government was bringing this shit in anyway. If you're a youngster in the year 2019 and you're hyping up some fucking RICO shit and you want to put a bunch of blocks of money up to your ear, keep in mind there was no internet back in the day-o. When I was out on the bricks, hey, if you want to tell the feds what you're doing, if you want to snitch on yourself and dry snitch on yourself like Shoddy and Harvin them did, that's on you, blood. Look, you want to talk about being a blood? Let me tell you about being a blood. Bloods, in terms of United Blood Nation, did not start on Rikers Island. Okay? OG Mac is locked up, man, pretty much forever. OG Mac's East Coast Bloods, they throw up 5s. 5 stars. Boom. That's Vice Lords. I'm not Vice Lords, dude. I'm not 5. I'm not Peoples. There's no secret. I'm not under any kind of shit. I don't have to fucking... Man, I'm not even honestly civilian, man. I'm actually government. You know what I'm saying? I'm a defense contractor in defense of America. I don't have to stick to any kind of secret shit. And I'm not revealing any secret shit about my organization. I'm not. What I'm telling y'all is this. The Bloods on the East Coast, yeah, they're Bloods because you could be Bloods. You could sanction yourselves. You could be sanctioned by someone. And they could tell you this, cool to hit up 5s. You know what I'm saying? You might go to Chicago and be cool on some Vice Lord shit. Where I come from in the Pacific Northwest, it ain't no Vice Lord shit. It's some GD gangster disciple folk shit. Yeah, that's real shit. You don't want to fuck with the Pacific Northwest, though. When I was locked up as a youth, niggas from around the Puget Sound, they were either Bloods, Crips, or GDs. There might have been one Vice Lord, or 2, or a few. Look, no disrespect to my family in Chicago that are Vice Lords. I'm just simply saying, in the Puget Sound and the Pacific Northwest, it's always been Bloods, Crips, and GDs and folks. Yeah, that's how it's been. And before OG Mac, okay, and what was his name, Porty, before they started the East Coast Bloods and Crips were in all 50 states in America. The United States federal government, that's the FBI, CIA, all these different agencies. It was long known, man, that Bloods and Crips were in all 50 states, and GDs and Vice Lords. It's long been known, man. They might not have been as outward, okay, is out, as when the East Coast Bloods under like OG Mac and Porty and them were like slashing faces and doing all their rituals and initiations and all this kind of shit. Listen, man, I'm telling you, man, I was UBN years before OG Mac started the shit. These people are fucking, I'm not saying they're not real Bloods. I'm saying that the media sources that told you that they started at Rikers Island, it ain't even fucking for real, not even close to being fucking for real. If you do actual research like I know to be true, you will find that United Blood Nation was in prison systems on the West Coast and the East Coast, and there's competing information that says that United Blood Nation was a secret organization of the Bloods that started on the West Coast. Now, whether you source that, find that, believe it or not, it doesn't matter. One Sir Grove is saying to you, United Blood Nation is on United States government, federal, FBI, CIA, and other local and federal intelligence database record is having existed years before the phenomenon of the East Coast Bloods. So Tekashi69 is technically part of the shit that we fucking started on the West Coast. OG Mac did not start fucking United Blood Nation. He might have led some of y'all niggas to believe that. He obviously incorporated some Vice Lord, like hit him up with the 5 shit. You ain't doing that in Seattle, Everett, where I'm from, or Tacoma, nigga. You ain't hitting them no 5s, nigga. Look, we don't disrespect Vice Lords where I'm from. We don't say fuck Vice Lords. We don't throw pitchforks down. We don't do none of that shit. But what I'm telling you is this. Where I'm from, we do not throw up 5s. We're not 5s. We're not Vice Lords. And I'm keeping it real. And we were United Blood Nation. UBN years before the East fucking Coast was Bloods that claim to be 5s. And I'm not saying that they're not. They are. They got sanctioned. OG Mac has some type of blessing from someone, obviously. And you see what it did for him, man. Alright? So that's the point. That's what I'm saying. I was UBN before Tekashi. I was UBN before Harv. I was UBN before Nuke, Mac, and Mel Matrix, and all these niggas out here. Come on, man. Snow Billy is actually on point. He's fucking Pyru, nigga, as far as I know. As far as I understand it to be. Don't quote me on that, but nigga, I've been Pyru. Long before the East Coast Bloods phenomenon. Any nigga that falls under UBN, they're from us. Originally. And I've kept this under an hour. Vice TV, I like Vice TV. But I'm just saying, bro. This whole shit about it started on Rikers Island and there was a feud between the Bloods and the Latin Kings and shit like that. Nigga, that ain't real. It's real in the context of New York. But where United Blood Nation started, it did not start on the United States East fucking coast, Atlantic coast. So y'all niggas need to get that shit fucking straight. Because I was bona fide gang shit Okay? Not on some fake shit when niggas recording me. Grove, say you ain't do straight. Grove, say you ain't Eastside Pyru. Niggas say, man, I went and listen, I'm not on Rico. I went on drive-bys with hella guns. Gunned up. Clack, 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 clack. Brrr, boom, 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 boom. What's up? Robberies. Shootings. All kinds of shit I ain't even gonna go into detail about. Before you heard about OG Mac and Bloods on the East Coast. And it's not a different fucking UBN. It's the same goddamn fucking UBN. And where I come from, everybody knows and understands UBN. Go to Seattle, Everett, Tacoma. Say you from UBN. They gon' know. They gon' know. Nigga, UBN is not a joke where the fuck I come from. And I know. I'm not a young nigga. I was about that life. It's not like I wasn't about that life. Niggas who say that Tekashi wasn't about that life, Tekashi was 100% about that life. He banged the shit to the fullest. Man, stop fucking playing. That nigga shot at niggas. As far as I understand through intel, he shot niggas. Niggas got marked. Okay? And then when he was on camera for TMZ, look, Harvey, I like you, man. I like TMZ. Stop talking about fucking Tekashi69's a snitch. Stop that shit, man. You make me want to not fuck with your network, bro. I'm just being honest. And then the whole thing with Snoop and T.I. I like Snoop and T.I. But y'all niggas, come on, man. Y'all niggas talk. Man, come on, man. And the whole thing with niggas that talk to the police, man. I'm a huge fan of G-Unit and 50. You know what I'm saying? Stop claiming that niggas like 50 are snitches. Okay? Stop claiming that niggas like 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson are snitches. Y'all niggas, man, out here, you say you gang, you pretend, and if you don't pretend, if you are gang, I am gang. I ain't Once Grove is gang. I'm not telling you to come and test my gangster. I'm telling y'all, man, this. We started United Blood Nation. We started you fucking being. Okay? It was never started on the goddamn fucking East Coast, man. Shut the fuck up, man. This shit is on federal FBI, Intel, CIA, fucking DIA, Department of Defense, motherfucking US Intel NATO fucking record as having started out here. OG Mac, someone let this nigga get up in this shit and start to do his little codes and shit with the little 5 shit. Man, shut the fuck up, man. And my fucking videos, they've already exceeded tens of thousands of shit. Man, shit didn't start on the East Coast. Y'all niggas, man, need a fucking history lesson, which I just kicked. Okay? I just bit that shit. Niggas, just please stop it. For real. For real. I'm cool with, look, I never met Snow Billy. I'm cool with him. You know why I like him? Because he tells the truth, and y'all niggas don't like that shit. Real talk. I've always been a fan of 6ix9ine because he tried to keep it real with y'all. He kept shit real and stuck to the G code. Please, nigga. Y'all niggas is faulty as fuck in violation.